mother and my relationship. Being young, I had just said, Dennis, I was just 22 years old. 22 years old when her dad left me. And now I have to fend for myself with 4 children. Only 2 was biologically his. And I went to my mother for help. And I got help. And I got no help from her. I got the finishing up of the demisal of bringing me down till, to this day, that's a traumatic stain on my brain. And it's not gonna ever leave. Ever. I went through homelessness. I went through hungriness. I went through my children being confiscated. I went through being lied on, saying I'm a drug addict and them wanting me to admit that. And I did not and am not and still is not. But that is still following me to this day. And my best friend, my brother, I would cry to him, and he's cried many days with me. And I remember one of these cry days, I was so hurt to my bitter core, and I said to him, I was always taught to treat people how you want to be treated, but no one is treating me like I treated them. I never lied on anybody. I never stole from anybody. I never put people in a situation where their lives would be in jeopardy. I never lied on or made allegations against anybody where their children would be taken from them. Never. Because that's the way I was brought up. That's the way I was raised since I popped up out of the womb. So just to hear them say, you need to, end this ascension and coming into the light and walking into the light, is certain group of people that already came with that crap. It's already instilled in their DNA. And the biggest battle between the so-called conscious people and religious people is they're saying that because we naturally already have that in us, this is the reason why we've always been held captive. Because we're not aggressors. We have now became aggressors because it's so wrapped up in our DNA that we have been aggressed upon since time over these last millenniums till you're here right here today, and these reincarnates that are inside of us, our ancestors that went through that, are saying enough is enough. We're not doing this anymore, and we're not taking it anymore. So, over 16, 15, you see the shooting and murderizing of our look-alike group of people being murdered in the street. And then, saying, well, this person stole a cigar out of a store. Or this woman aggressed the police and she's in her car. And she ends up dead. These are, and many, many others. A man selling CDs, and he's choked to death. And you look at this man, and he's over 300 pounds, and we all say, he could have took them down. Why didn't he? Why didn't he fight back? Because by human nature, being the extension that we are not aggressors. We are not. We love everybody. And over the last recent 60-something years, we want to be accepted by everybody. Only us. Only us. So again, I say, our people that look like us, must be some hellified people, because it's only us. We weren't given no 40 acres and a mule. Hell, the natives got that. They own reservations. We can't even get that. Why is that? We're not asking for reparations, but if you're going to put it out there like that, hell, I think they owe us some shit. You understand?
Absolutely.
We're the only people that don't know where the hell we come from. Not to say that we come from one particular place, because everybody in the world knows we come from all over.
Creation, period.
Period.
Let alone this
When they
planet
do
from this entire planet.
DNA, who do they find up in their system? Us. Us. And you can't deny that. I don't care if you want to say, well, they part of the monkeys. They evolved from monkeys. Bullshit. I didn't come from a fucking monkey. You didn't come from a platypus. You didn't come from that. But it is species that are part canine. It is species with monkey DNA. It is species with gorilla DNA, reptilian DNA. But to just say this one group of people is, oh my God, that tells you you're something really special. And it takes yourself to believe that in yourself. And I'm going further than, oh, we're gods and goddesses and princes and princesses and Moors and Hebrew Israelites and Muslims and all of that. You're much more than that. You don't know who you are. Because they have such a web on the planet, it's designed for you not to know who you are. And then if someone that knows a little bit, have a little bit more remembrance than you, come up and say, hey, you know that you're not this, they fight you. Because they still have that artificial intelligence inside of them. As along with all these YouTubers and all this crap is inside. It's inside. Because to become one in one creation, in one fight together, you have to show all that is existing in this creation. And they're not.
When you say show off,
I'm saying show the red man, the black man, the yellow man, the recessive man, the gray man, the blue man, the green man, all. And all I'm saying is a bunch of non-color people. And it ain't red, it ain't green, it ain't blue, it ain't yellow, it ain't black. I'm saying all recessives. What they call white, non-color, or whatever. I don't see them. I don't see no others. I just see them. So when you're talking and you're speaking of consciousness, but your imagery is showing only those beings that look alike, where do I fit in that?
now, do you think that's a retaliation from the so-called metaphysical, well, the black consciousness people that's all on YouTube and all on that the stuff that's going on? Because they don't show none of them. They talk
Well,
about
this
and
is
put
what
these
I'm
people
saying.
down.
You have to understand why we are still divided. They spoke on, at a certain point that eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth got to stop.
Exactly, I agree.
It has to stop. So where? Where is it going to stop? And when is it going to stop? Somebody has to make forth that effort. And
Sound
because
like it's us.
we've already did that. So now we're mad and we're saying, you know what? We're not doing this anymore. We're not doing this anymore. Because either way, we're dying. We're being still aggressed upon and murdered anyway. So before I just sit down and die, I'm going to go out with a bang and let you know that you no longer have fear inside of my DNA. Not this time around. You no longer have that fear. Because to leave this prison planet and be released out of this mechanism that I'm held captive in by you, you have made my God earthly experience so terrible and so traumatic that this is the only way that I'm going to be able to leave out of this anyway.
And then what does that? And then that's what they talk about now. They're gonna have to answer to that.
Yes, but we still in it to win it. So what? Because why? The all giving creator, she's the mother father. You get chastised, and you get punished for a little while, and then he feels that you've learned your lesson, she's just gonna plant you somewhere else to try it again, and let me see where you go with it this time.
It's very interesting about the creator and how the creator, the experience that we give them, and us knowing that we are an extension of the creator, that we are the creator manifested, and it is a good feeling of that. To when they say, well, who is the creator, right? What does the creator look like? You know, all that. That's where we know you're still at third dimension because you already see it. And they left the cues for you right now. He is in me, and I am in him, and he is in me, and we are one, and she is
Even
here.
them,
They even said.
even them.
But the point I was really trying to make, I just had a slight burst of emotion. Um,
That's how you know the creator is there.
you being the male polarity of the creator, and I'm being the female,